What exactly is rock bottom? Perhaps it's sitting alone in the dark outside. You're broke, have no friends or family to call, and you're psychologically and physically ill. Your addiction is calling your name, and there is no end in sight. Sounds like rock bottom. However, how does one get there? Considering it in this light is frightening, but sometimes all it takes is one terrible decision. Take a deep breath and consider your options carefully. Some of the decisions we're discussing today have the potential to change your life forever. Here are 8 of the worst decisions somebody may make in their lives. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about 8 of the worst life decisions anyone can make. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Studying or doing something you hate, because it has the potential to alter the course of your life and lead you down a path fraught with personal anguish that's a touch dramatic. Everyone in this situation still understands how difficult it is to get out once you've begun, once you've committed. It's your first step into adulthood, and getting it wrong can feel like the next chapter of your life has been ruined. When you spend up to 8 hours a day doing something you despise, it's easy to become jaded, complacent, and depressed. Consider spending years studying a subject that does not excite or intrigue you. It's more than just the boring lectures and interminable examinations. It's about devoting a significant portion of your life to something that doesn't fulfill you. Your decision may lead you to a job you dislike and make every workday feel like a chore. You also stifle your professional development and lose sight that you can be happy. You don't have to give up your satisfaction to make ends meet. To buy a costly car. Who doesn't enjoy a little bit of luxury? You are aware that we do. However, one of the most common mistakes new businesses make is purchasing an automobile that is considerably more expensive than they can afford. Unless you own a high-end vehicle, the chances of someone being impressed by your car are negligible. There are a lot of highly excellent cars on the market right now. You don't have to make an effort to stand out. When you use it, it depreciates continuously and might take up a significant portion of your monthly salary. Even if you try to sell it, it might throw you into a debt hole that is difficult to get out of. Your car is one location where you must keep inside your budget. To max out multiple credit cards. That first credit card almost feels like free money. No matter how many payments you make, the balance always appears to remain the same. You hardly scratch the surface. This is because banks and credit card firms set a higher limit than you can afford to pay. As a result, you must always rely on your credit card to get you through the month. Just because your credit card has a limit does not imply you should exceed it. The tension and anxiety that comes with maxing up one credit card to pay off another, then using another card to pay rent, groceries, and other bills. It's simply not worth it. Do not subject yourself to this. To skip out on paying your debt. The consequences of not paying your debt for a few months can have long-term implications for your life, your partner's life, and your financial freedom. You may think it's okay for 1 or 2 months, but you become accustomed to having that little bit of additional disposable cash, and it may be tough to scale back and begin paying it off again. And it impacts your credit score, so banks are cautious of lending you a mortgage, and you need easy access to money in an emergency. To buy a house when a recession is hitting. Buying a house during a recession is a bad idea for most individuals. Purchasing a home frequently comes with a timetable. They're saving, thinking about raising your family at home, and locating just the right place for you so you can go. So, despite talk of a recession, things are acceptable for now. That was a huge oversight. You might believe you'll be fine because you own your home, but banks hammer you with exorbitant interest rates, and all of the other hidden costs of purchasing a home start to add up. Work is uncertain, and the cost of everything else is rising. Your monthly bills could triple, and even if you sold the house again, you'd lose money because people can't afford to pay top dollar during a recession. In this scenario, it's simply preferable to wait. Be patient, be content with renting for a little longer, and put your future self in a better financial situation before you commit. To cheat on your partner. Cheating on your partner is wrong, but so many people do it. It's not a mistake, it's a deliberate choice. It's cruel, and it causes tremendous anguish and betrayal. And for the vast majority of individuals, there is no turning back. No matter how hard you attempt to rebuild the connection, that person will always know that if you had a choice between hurting them and not hurting them, you would choose the former if it was in your best interests. Cheating has devastated relationships, families, and futures, and it's one decision that you can walk away from. To stay in a toxic relationship. Everyone believes that they will be the ones to flee a poisonous relationship. You'll know when it's awful and terminated without a hitch. Except that it typically takes something terrible to make you understand your spouse is mistreating you, and by then, you've become so traumatized by them that you feel unable to leave. The longer you wait to leave, the more difficult it becomes. Your courage will fade as time passes, as will your faith in yourself. Stay away. It's not going to alter, and you're not going to become bolder with time. It's best if you go now. To drink and drive. To place the type of decision to drink and drive amid things like bad financial decisions and relationship blunders. It appears morally imbalanced because this one has considerably more severe ramifications than everything else we've discussed, yet it must be addressed. Far too many people still do it, believing that, unlike other drunk drivers who have injured people, they are not that impaired. But the truth is that it's not worth it to find out how drunk you are. Please take an Uber. Or don't drink at all. After drinking alcohol, do anything but get behind the wheel of a car. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.